We'll make it a little bit smaller. And let's see. Looks like for this aft section that it's kind of a sharp drop off. So we're going to change the skinning here through the skinning tab. And we'll make it negative 90 degrees. Uh-oh. What did I do? Oh, I adjusted the wrong one. We'll make this one 90 degrees. See how that made that a little wider? Now if we come here now and make this a circle and increase the diameter a little bit, we can get it to be a little bit better. Cool, so that looks pretty good. I don't love, this one looks a little bit too thick. Maybe change it to like 9.6, maybe 9.2. So yeah, it looks pretty good. So now it looks like we got the top view all figured out. Now let's think about getting the front view back around here, front, accept, view front. Okay, looks like we're gonna have to rotate it also. Screenshots, front. Let's go ahead and rotate it. Good. Edit. Save. I guess we can save it as a copy. Maybe it'll work. 242_2, so maybe it'll work like this. There we go. Cool, now let's get it to the same scale. That looks pretty good. Looks like we're gonna have to make some adjustments with dihedral. This angle here is called dihedral. It's positive going up and then negative going down. So that's also called anhedral. So say your wing look like this. This angle here is anhedral. Cool. So now let's get it back on center line. I'd say that lines up pretty well there. And now let's go ahead and go to our wing and let's add some dihedral. So dihedral is this, you can modify it here. I guess I didn't explain sweep. So basically, you can change at which point along the wing you want to add sweep. So that's what you can do here, just from 0 to 1. Twist, if you wanted to twist the tip chord relative to the root chord, you can do that here. And dihedral is what we're after here. So I would say maybe 7 degrees dihedral. Oh, we've added it to this guy, so let's actually go to our first section and add. It's kind of tough to see behind the propellers. Looks like we might need a little bit more. Dihedral, maybe 7 degrees. Nice, that looks pretty good. Let's go to the next section now and add. See what 7 does. Yeah, pretty good. Not bad. Close enough, I would say. Okay, cool. Now let's push up these nacelles a little bit. And the Z-axis. Something like that, maybe. Again, I can't see behind these propellers. And now let's go ahead and modify our um, fuselage to look a little bit more normal. So it looks like the height of this guy needs to come down. What does it look like behind? Oh, it starts there. Okay. So it looks like we're going to have to move this thing up anyway. So let's go ahead. Let's move it up a little bit. Probably to right there. Something like that. I'd say it's pretty good for a first start. Maybe something like this. Copy, paste. Ooh. Change the height of this guy a good bit. Cool. Yeah. Seems a little more reasonable. Now if you want to change this cross section we see here, rather there, we can change this to a super ellipse and come in here and change this to a shape that we can modify a little bit better. So maybe something like this. And we can turn on right-left symmetry. And this will help us get that general shape a little better. Cool. So see what that looks like. Looks a lot better. Cool, maybe change the height a little bit of this. Cool. That looks a little bit better there. We could make it a little better in this dimension here, but I'm just going to leave it. One thing that I do notice is this horizontal tail. Let's go ahead and add that. Call this a horizontal tail. Bam, and let's just move it up to where we think it's going to be. Let's change the span. Something like that. Oh, I'm going to ignore this anhedral in the horizontal tail for now. And obviously there isn't going to be any leading edge sweep. Or there might be a little bit, but dihedral, that looks good. Cool. And so, because we've adjusted this dimension, we might have to go back to the other dimension and change, like we've kind of undone what we did before. So we might have to go back and go back and make adjustments again. But yeah, I think this is a good start for the front. Let's go to the left now. Background. Let's see if we make adjustments to this one. And what happens if we click left? Okay, so yeah, we're going to have to rotate it this way. So let's go ahead and do that. Left. Rotate. Good. Edit. Save as copy. 42_2. Save. Let's get that back in there. 42_2. Bam. Just like that. Yeah, so we see we messed up our fuselage a good bit here. Actually, we gotta increase the size a good bit. I'd say this is reasonable. Let's go our horizontal tail. Immediately I notice that needs to be pushed back. Oh, I gooned up. I already had a horizontal tail. Let's go ahead and delete this guy. And we can just see it here. We'll move it up from here.